So come into a cat-cow position with your hands slightly in front of your shoulders. I'm Emma, I'm teaching today, and Clara's going to be demonstrating.
Hi, friends.
So today we're doing a 30-minute full body hard class with no props, which is our specialty. You'll leave very satisfied because we're going to hit nearly every part of the body, especially targeting the core.
My fave.
Okay, so we're going to move on to our second warm-up. So come into a neutral position. And then you're going to drop down onto your forearms. Hands don't move. And then press out of your hands to come up into a cat. Round through the spine. Nice. And then unround, come back to neutral, and drop back onto your forearms. And then just keep going. Okay, so as we move today, we're also chatting about the Quadgod, Ilia Malinin. It's the Winter Olympics right now for context. So Ilia is the only skater ever in history to land a quad axel, which for the uninitiated means 4.5 turns. I just learned this. The axle means an extra half.
Oh, I thought it was just 4.
No, it's 4.5, which makes it. He can do 7 quads.
Why didn't he do 7 then?
7 quad axles? That would be crazy.
Wait, what's the difference between a 7 quad and a 7 quad axle?
A 7 quad is 4 turns. A quad axle is 4.5. And he's the only person ever to do the 4.5. Which is pretty amazing.
Legend.
Yeah. Okay. I want you to prop up onto your hands and come into a neutral spine. We're going to start moving now. So we're done with our warm up. Okay. So your hands are still a little bit in front of your shoulders. I want you to tuck your toes underneath you. Okay. And we're going to lift up into a knee hover. So just lift your knees a couple of inches off the ground and then lower them back down. And then we're just going to keep going with this little lift and lower. So you really have to press out of your hands to keep. I was going to say. Yeah. To keep that kind of positioning of your hands in front of your shoulders. You don't want to creep your body forward yet.
If your hands are slipping a bit, you can always bring them back a little bit more under your shoulders. But I find that the hands past the shoulders actually really helps me engage my core more versus my quads.
Yeah.
Speaking of Quadgod. But it's also, if you look at the screen now, to be able to really engage your core, don't lift the butt too high. You want to lift just until you're in line with your shoulders.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do 3 more lifts before we add on. Okay.
Whew.
For 2. Nice. Okay, last one. On this next one, you're going to lift up and hold for a second. Okay, straighten your legs, press out into a full plank. So you should end with your shoulders directly over your wrists. Okay, come back into that knee hover. So hands should be in front of your shoulders. Nice, and then lower back down. Okay, so we're just going to keep alternating. We're going to do 10 of those. So lift up, press out. Okay, come back, and then lower down. Perfect, and then keep going. Try to really engage the core the entire time, even as you're lowering the knees back down to the ground. Don't let it be like a flop of the body down to the mat.
Also, I feel because my hands are further forward, try to separate your fingers and put equal weight in your palms and all 10 fingers. It'll actually really help you feel more stable.
Use the finger muscles, not just the heel of the palm. Yeah.
Exactly. I feel if I kind of bend my fingers a little bit, claw vibes, it actually gives me better engagement through the core and the upper back.
Yeah.
Okay, how many more?
You have 4 more. That's 6. Getting tired?
A little. And while I finish my last 3, because you claim knowing so much about him, the Quadgod, and I know very little, think about your top 3 things that you want me to know about
About Ilya?
and educate me on. Yeah. And
First
the
of all,
one you said doesn't count.
he's 21, which is crazy.
Okay, but you can't tell me now because I only have one more.
Okay, last one. Come up into your knee hover and hold the knee hover. Okay, and hold. You're going to tap your knees in towards each other until they almost tap, and then open them out slightly. Okay, you should really be engaging your core here. Okay, we're going to do 10 little taps.
Oof.
Okay, as you tap the knees in, don't let the spine round. So keep a long spine. The knees might not tap all the way. Go slow.
You try to squeeze as you tap.
Yeah. Keep pressing out of the hands for 4, for 3, breathe, for 2.
Oh my God.
Last one, slowly lower the knees, take a child's pose. Nice job, you can untuck your toes. We'll stretch through the hands. That should feel quite nice. Okay, we're gonna be off the hands for a little bit. So you're gonna flip over onto your back. We're gonna go into some abs. Lay all the way down on your back, 2 long legs in front of you. So legs to the floor, okay? And then hands are gonna come behind the head. I want your fingers knitted together, thumbs down the length of the neck. We're just gonna start to prep with some curls. So I want you to lift and curl up, head, neck, and shoulders, and then lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. You should be able to see your elbows out of the corner of your eye as you lift, head super heavy in your hands so that it's not the front of the neck taking over.
And if you look at the screen now, a lot of people when they curl, they do this.
Yeah.
Try not to do that. Like you're not fully trying to round, you're trying to lift, but find length in like the neck and the upper back.
Yeah.
So look up to like the ceiling, basically, in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 21, which doesn't surprise me because you need a flexible body.
But I think he
Do that.
landed his first quad when he was like 13 or 14. Which, think about what you were doing when you were 13 or 14.
Yeah, I've never broken a bone, so not that.
Me neither.
Wow,
Okay, we're going to do 5 more curls. For 4.
Where is he from?
So he's technically like ethnically Russian, but he was born in Virginia. And both of his parents are figure skaters, which is pretty typical for the sport. Okay, let's do 2 more. Okay, last one. Come up into your curl and hold the curl. Okay, head heavy in your hands. You're gonna take your right leg and we're gonna draw big circles with the right leg. So you're gonna sweep it across the body, draw a big circle up and over, and then come back around. So a big circle. Try to relax your right foot. So make sure you're not like holding tension in the foot and clenching there. You wanna find length out of your right hip. Go nice and slow. Okay, we're gonna do
I have to
6 more.
make this like actually relatively small. I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe the size of like a soccer ball because I don't want my hips to come off of the floor.
Yep.
And you want to also think about really pressing in your left heel. That'll give you like stability through the hips. I'm feeling my right quad also, just like holding a straight leg.
Yeah. Okay, let's do 2 more in this direction and then switch sides. So super important. Switch directions. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so super important was that first thing that you just said about keeping yourself grounded through both hips. So the idea here is to figure out like isolating the pelvis from the leg.
Oh my God.
So you're not letting the hips wiggle as you circle. Okay, let's do 6 more. Keep lifting through the core for 5, 4. Nice. Keep breathing. Keep lifting for 2.
Low abs.
Last one. You're going to bring that right leg into tabletop. Hold the curl. Bring your left leg into tabletop to meet it. Okay. Keep holding the curl. And now we're going to pedal through the right foot like you're riding a bicycle. So you're going to extend your right leg long, draw it down to the floor, and then circle it like you're riding a bike. Look at Claire if you're confused by what that looks like. Yeah, there you go.
My low abs are shaking when I extend the leg.
Yep. You can always take a break. I know I'm keeping you in a curl for a long time, so you can always lower your head down if you need a break, if you feel like you're clenching there. Let's do 5 more in this direction.
Try not to move the left knee. It's really hard. It really wants to come in towards my face.
Yeah. for 4, 3. Keep grounding through the hips. Okay, last one, switch directions. So whichever direction you were just going, do the opposite. So if you were following Claire, now you're straightening the leg, sweeping it up to the ceiling, and then coming back in. Okay, let's do 7 more.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Breathe for 6.
Don't fully extend the leg if your low back is hurting. I can feel mine starting to act up.
For 3.
Engage the core more.
2, almost done. Okay, last one. I want you to hold the right leg straight on an angle, high diagonal, and hold. We're gonna oblique twist over to the left. So towards the bent knee, and then untwist, and then keep going. Okay, so little twist, and then untwist. So same thing here. I don't want you to lift up through the right hip. So stay grounded through the right hip and try to unclench your right butt cheek. If you're tired, you might be gripping through the right glute.
How many, Emma?
5 more.
Tell me.
You've done 5.
You can always bend the right knee if it's too much
for 4.
Your back.
3. 2. Last one, hold your twist, and we're just going to do little pulses of the chest in your twist. The pulse is coming from
the right knee.
Yeah, take the knee in if you need to. Pulse is coming from your abs, not the neck. For 4, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down, draw your knees into your chest.
I often find that low ab series after a while, I mean, it's just like hard to keep my low abs engaged for that long, but it just like gets into my back, which if you are like me, just bend the legs, like decrease the lever length.
Yeah. You can always take breaks. Better to take breaks than like suffer through the pain.
Exactly. Don't do that. That sounds awful.
Yeah. All right. We're going to
do a hero.
True.
Unless you're
Ilia.
a figure skater.
Okay, straighten both legs. We're going to start with our curls. So 2 long legs, hands come behind your head, fingers knitted together, and then we're just going to start with the curls through center. So lift up and then lower down. Every time you lift up into your curl, you're trying to keep your neutral spine, so you're not smushing the low back into the mat. You're keeping a tiny, tiny little gap between your spine and the mat. Okay.
You're particularly serious today.
I am. I mean business.
Yeah, you are. I'm trying to like loosen her up a little bit. I'm still waiting on my 3rd fact.
Oh, less of a fact about Ilia, but everyone is saying like because he's so entertaining to watch that maybe he's the one who will get Americans to like continuously watch figure skating, and I feel like that's just never going to happen because figure skating to me feels very much isolated to the Olympics. Everyone's very excited about it. Lift up into your curl. I'm going to pause and hold. Okay, we're going to keep your right leg on the ground this time. Now we're going to draw those big circles with your left leg. So left leg circles across the body and then sweeps out to the side. Nice. All right, and then keep
Why
going.
do you think it can't be more mainstream?
I don't know. It feels like everyone gets super into it during the Olympics, but maybe because it's an individual sport, maybe because it's like there's no like infrastructure for people to watch it. Okay.
Yeah, there's maybe just also just like fewer of them doing it, you know? So it's like
switch directions.
Whew. There's not as many like competitions to watch. That's probably not true, but it feels less accessible.
I think there's lots. Yeah, I think there's a lot of competitions, but it feels like inaccessible to watch. But who knows?
Oh my God.
Breathe. Okay, last one. Draw your left knee in towards your chest, tabletop, and then your right leg is going to come to tabletop to meet it. Keep holding your curl. And now we're going to pedal like a bike with the left leg. So right leg stays in tabletop, left leg pedals. Okay, so pick a direction and stick with it for the first 10.
Oh my God. This is what really gets me.
Yeah. Keep breathing. Keep lifting up. So you should feel a lot of upper abs holding that curl, especially because we've done this on the other side. Okay, 4 more. 3.
So maybe it's because it's so seasonal.
2. Last one, switch directions.
You can tell where my attention's at.
Yeah. All right, keep going. Keep breathing, head heavy in your hands. 6 more.
Whew.
For 5. 4. Nice, lift up a little bit higher in your curl for 3. There you go.
Oh my God.
2.
I can't talk to you right now.
Last one, hold your leg at a high diagonal and hold. Okay, we're gonna twist over to the right, so towards the bent knee, like a corkscrew, and then untwist. So same thing here. It's not a crunch up and forward, it's a twist. Okay, we're gonna do 6 more. Breathe. For 5, ungrip your left butt cheek if you're gripping there. For 4.
Try not to lift the left hip.
Yeah. 3. 2. Last one, hold the twist. Little pulses through the chest, up and down.
I'm bringing my left knee in.
Yeah. Do what you did on the other side. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Stay grounded through the hips. For 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. You can draw your knees into your chest. God. Nice job. Okay. We're going to do a few push-ups before we come all the way up to stand. So I want you to flip over onto your hands. We're going to start with a kneeling push-up. So you're going to be on your knees, hands below your shoulders. Okay? And then you're going to climb your hands, just one hand print in front of your shoulders. Press your pelvis down towards the ground so you have one straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Okay? And hold. All right. We're going to come into a tricep push-up. So I want you to keep your elbows super narrow, come down into a push-up, and then press the floor away from you to come back up. And then we're going to keep going. So I want you to go as low as you can in your tricep push-up. If you can reach the ground with your chest, that's great. If you feel it like that's not sustainable, don't go all the way down. Okay. We're going to do 7 more.
I thought we were doing 8 total.
I'm sneaking 2 more in there. Okay.
She's not acceptable.
For 5. Notice how when Claire is going down, she's not letting her hips hike up. So people get sneaky with this and they let their hips kind of pike up towards the ceiling as they push up. Okay, 4 more. Breathe. For 3. You got it. Almost there. Keep your elbows super narrow. 2. Okay. Last one. Straight arms and hold. You're going to tuck your toes underneath you. Okay. And before we straighten our knees, I want you to adjust your hands a little bit. So right now, fingers are facing forward. I want you to turn your hands a little bit in towards each other. Okay. And then straighten the knees, come up into a full plank. Okay. And now we're going to go into a wide push-up.
I'm going to do very small, wide push-ups.
Come down about halfway or however low you can go and then come back up. If this doesn't feel right, just do it on your knees. Okay. We're going to do 8 more. Breathe for 7. For 6. 5 more. 4. 3. Keep controlling through the core. 2 more. Last one. Lower the knees.
I'm actually mad at you right now.
Because I made you do 4 extra.
Yeah. This happens where like when we set people up in an exercise, we like don't count the first few reps and then I'm the one doing it and now I have to do 4 more. So I'm not happy with you.
Okay, come all the way up to stand. We have no more push-ups for you.
Push-ups are so hard. I think they're satisfying because I'm like, I can do it, but they're also like frustrating because they're so hard and they're forever so hard.
Yeah, they do never get easier. Okay.
you know.
We're going to come into a kickstand position. So I want your left leg forward and your right leg slightly behind you. So your knees are going to be very slightly staggered. Okay. Hips facing forward and your hands are going to be on your hips. Okay. We're just going to start with a kickstand squat. So bend your knees, send your butt back behind you, chest comes forward, and then straighten through the front leg fully to come all the way up to stand. Okay. So I know I'm saying straighten through the front leg fully, but I don't want you to lock through the knees. So keep a very soft bend through the knees at the top.
When you come down, I feel like I've been guilty of this so much recently as I've been rewatching the videos.
Yeah.
Don't look towards your feet or down to the floor. Try to look in front of you so that your neck stays straight. It's part of your spine. So keeping your neutral also means you should keep your cervical straight.
Yep. I heard a cue recently, which was like, imagine someone is pulling your ears away from your shoulders, like grabbing onto your ears and pulling them up. And I feel like when I did that, it actually worked. And it also helps with curls too.
It's a bit obscure for me.
Well, I mean, whatever lands.
Like, I get it, but I'm like, what about just looking straight?
Because you don't want, it's not just your eyes looking up, it's your whole head. Okay, we're going to do 4 more and then we're adding on.
But if you're looking straight, your head is lifting.
Yeah. Okay, 3 more.
Doesn't your gaze, I guess I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Your gaze is not always controlled to
Yeah.
your head position.
Okay, 2 more. Last one, come into your kickstand squat and hold. Okay, your right leg is going to step further back behind you until you're at a 90-90 split squat. Okay, so 2 90-degree bends. Come back into your kickstand, so bring the right leg back forward and then straighten through the legs again. And we're just going to keep alternating. So come down. Okay, 90-90. Okay, so notice the entire time Claire is in a bent knee, she's keeping that slight hinge forward through the upper body. So the upper body is at about a 45-degree angle to the floor, even in the 90-90. That's super important. That'll help you get even more engagement through the glutes, not strain through the low back.
I have to also really think about pressing out of my front heel to really stretch my butt back and feel my hammy and my glute.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of wild that Quadgod's whole family, including himself, well, whole family, his parents and himself were all figure skaters? Like, that to me sounds sounds kind of terrifying. Like, imagine the conversation at the dinner table.
It's not that unusual, honestly, in figure skating. I feel like I know a lot of people whose like either one or typically both of their parents are figure skaters.
I feel like very highly disciplined things often lead to that, you know?
Okay, we're going to do 1 more, and then you're going to meet me in your 90-90. So come down, 90-90, and hold. Okay, you're going to step from your split squat into a curtsy. So right leg comes across the body, curtsy, and then come back to your 90-90, and I'm not giving you a break. Okay, so curtsy, and then 90-90 split squat. And then keep going.
Really think of keeping my left knee on top of my left ankle, which means like I can't cross too much behind me as I curtsy / bow down.
Okay, we're really working through the front glute.
Whew.
Every time you curtsy, your hips are opening a little bit towards the right. Your chest is basically staying facing forward. So this is an opening through the lower half of the body. Okay, we're going to do 4 more.
My front glutes.
For 3. For 2. Last one. Your 90-90 is getting closer and closer every time. Hold your curtsy.
Well, maybe if we kept going.
Hold your curtsy. Little dip down. We're going to pulse up and down in our curtsy. Okay, for 10, 9, 8, 7. So you're stretching the butt back for 6,
Oh my God, my front glute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to stand. Little break for the glute. All right.
Wow.
Right away to the other side. Okay, so right leg is going to be forward now, left leg is going to be back. So remember, little stagger of the knees to start. Okay, hands on your hips, and we're going to start in our kickstand. So bend the knees, send the butt back behind you, chest comes forward, and then straighten through the legs, come up. So at the top, your left leg is going to still have a slight bend. And come up.
I think it also happens a lot with doctors.
What happens with doctors?
Like your
that
parents were doctors.
they produce doctors.
Yeah. They breed them.
Do you think it's just because those people are intense or something else?
I think it's more just the discipline. I think it's like, you know, they're really hard things. Like becoming a professional figure skater, I think requires like extreme dedication and discipline.
And also your entire life revolves around it.
Exactly. Just like the training and all of it. And having a parent and seeing the impact that had on them and the successes and the pride probably provides you encouragement.
Yeah.
I guess. It feels like it's like the harder jobs, you know?
Mm-hmm. And also, I mean, specifically with figure skating, like genetically, like if your parents are figure skaters, your body is probably literally built to be a figure skater.
Oh, there's genetics involved. Yeah, because like a freaking investment banker is not necessarily going to breed another investment banker.
Okay. We're going to do 2 more. Come into your split and hold. So come into your split squat, hold. Okay, we're going to step the left foot back until you're at 90-90. Okay. Bring the leg back forward until you're back into your kickstand, and then straighten through the legs to come up. And then we're going to keep going. So come down. Look at Claire and how well she's keeping both hips in line with one another. So not letting one hip lead or lag.
And I have to still really remember pressing out of my front heel.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can really stretch my right butt cheek and hammy back behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, less about the knee falling forward. The knee is staying over the ankle the entire time. Okay, we're going to do 5 more. For 4, yeah, basically they say that he's pretty narrow in the hips and in the shoulders, and that's why he's able to do 4.5 turns. And he gets that from his parents.
Oh, so there actually is like a body reason. It's not just like training.
Yeah, I think he's like literally built for it. Like his body's optimized for it. And also just like you have to like not be afraid to fling your body through the air, which is just a mental thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Last one, come into your 90-90 and hold. We're going to step from our 90-90 to a curtsy. So left leg comes across the body, hips open, and then step back into your 90-90. Okay, so keep going. When you're coming back and re-squaring the hips, see if you can step your left foot even a little bit further back, which I know your quads are, speaking of Quadgod, a little bit sore, but see if you can keep that.
But I also just like kind of find it comfier to not. I know that's like not the instructions.
I mean, you know your body best. Do what feels best for your body.
Yeah, my anatomy was not built for 90-90. Okay, Emma.
Okay, we're going to do 4 more.
Trust me, I'm feeling my front glute, my front hammy.
That's all that matters. For 3.
And a bit of front quad.
For 2. Okay, last one, come into your curtsy and hold. We're going to pulse up and down in our curtsy. So in the pulse, you're stretching your butt back. It's not the knee coming forward. Okay, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to stand. Nice job.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're going to end with a plank and then we're all done. Okay, so you're going to come into a plank on your hands, 2 long legs behind you. This is the last thing. Okay, so I want your hands underneath your shoulders. Okay. And then you're going to walk your feet just a couple of steps back behind you so that your hands are in front of your shoulders. Okay. And then you're going to walk your feet forward so that your shoulders are above your wrists. And then we're going to keep going. Try to alternate your feet every time you do this. So little walk back. This should also feel like maybe a nice stretch for the legs.
Yeah, I kind of feel like a stretch in my calves, which feels really nice.
Yeah. Okay. And
Same
then
thing
walk
as
forward.
earlier, like try to put even weight in all your fingers and not just your palms.
And a little extra challenge here, as you're walking the feet forward, try to keep your hips level with your shoulders. So don't let your hips pike up. There you go. Okay, for 3 more. Every time your feet are walked back, you should feel a lot more core with the hands in front of the shoulders. Okay, for 2.
And upper back.
Yep. Walk back. Okay, last one. Okay, walk the feet back, and you're going to hold the plank with your feet walked back. Okay, for 10, 9, 8, untuck the chin if you're tucking there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly lower the knees and take a child's pose.
That was difficult.
The class?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did like it a lot. That was hard.
I'm glad.
I feel like it's like maybe veering into it. I don't know. No, it's not.
No, it's a hard class.
No, it's a hard.
Okay, we're going to do a little mermaid stretch. So come from your child's pose. Okay. And you're going to take a Z shape with both legs. So 90-90. Okay. And then you're going to place the right hand on the ground and then bring your left arm up and over.
So if your right hand is down, your right leg should be forward.
Yeah. Same arm as leg. Yep. Okay. Hold that stretch. And then that arm that's up and over, so your left arm, I want you to rotate it down towards the ground. That should feel like an even bigger stretch. Yeah.
And I'm going to come actually kind of like all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know your body best. Do what feels good for you. Okay, and then you're going to switch over to the other side. So you're going to bring your left leg forward, left hand onto the ground. Bring your right arm up and over. You should feel a nice stretch through the right side body. And then rotate your right arm down to the ground. Take a big twist.
Speaking of anatomy advantages, there's some like ski jumpers right now in the Olympics who are being accused of injecting their penises for penis enlargement because it helps them, apparently like that anatomy change, like helps them jump higher and further.
Because is it like a bat wing kind of? Like because it expands their like crotch area?
I would imagine that would make sense, but I'm still not like clear. There was like a visual in the New York Times about the advantage it gave them, but it didn't really fully make sense to me, the illustration, but I think so. I think it like, I don't know, propels
like a flying squirrel.
Exactly, actually, yes. Okay, that's what I'm going to leave you with.
All right, great job. Bye.
Bye. That was your class.